Cool.
Okay. Sankofa all wakes up in headquarters from the. I'm not gonna restart.
Take two.
Take two.
Sankofa all wakes up and hold on.
Someone get some water.
Hold on, I gotta get some water. Can someone else do the intro?
Oh,
I'm joking. Was my mic on the whole time? Okay.
Go for it.
Sankofa all wakes up in headquarters from their dreams.
It's raining outside. You're grabbing coffee, breakfast, the whole works. And start the usual kickback chat. Everyone brings up their dreams, and so ensues a conversation of what these dreams mean and what we can manifest from them.
This is Sankofa's last pod. From here on out, we'll hear from Godwin, Scott, Cezanne, and Hade as their respective RP characters, Dwayne, Mikami, Stormy, and Angelica. So grab a coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Oh my god, guys, I just had a crazy dream.
that's wild. Me too.
No, yeah, I was gonna say that's a trip because I had a crazy dream myself.
Same here.
Oh my god. Hold on, wait.
Damn.
What was y'all's dreams about?
Man, where do I begin?
My dream was about like zombies. but like, yeah, we were like being chased. Well, I was being chased with Echo.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was tailored to my past. Yeah, it was like a mission I went on. Mine was a trip though. It was definitely about my past. It was like a past mission that I went on. I was in China at the time. It was a whole trip. It was a whole thing.
Word.
China.
China is crazy.
China, yeah.
What were you doing in China?
Yeah, if the world hadn't collapsed, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you this, but it was a Black Ops mission.
Oh.
Yeah, it was some shit. It was this ambassador got their hands on some plans that they shouldn't have gotten.
Word.
It was a whole thing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
My dream was crazy. It was like I walked into the water and like I got transported to this crazy, like straight up I felt like I was in the past, like before like everything. There was gods, goddesses. I was a king. Well, like king lineage. It was wild. I like fixed the world or broke it.
Like,
I don't actually know.
Like Percy Jackson?
Yes, exactly like Percy Jackson. Except they ain't give me no pen sword.
What the hell?
That was fire, yeah.
What else did you do?
Yeah, I mean, I met the town folk, talked to them. They was having problems. We tried to fix it.
Shit. Sounds similar to what's going on with us, yeah. The city's in dire needs, and we're trying to help the shit as well.
Exactly.
What about Stormy?
I mean, the dream was kind of crazy. I mean, I kind of went back to my past, future, ended up fighting a witch. It was interesting.
A witch?
Who's
the witch?
Rosario was their name.
Of course, Rosario. Rosario was also in my dream.
Whoa.
Damn.
She was the one who started the whole zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, damn.
And made Echo infect everyone in the city.
That's nuts, yeah.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
I like these dreams. Yeah, no, they got to be connected, or something. These dreams, we couldn't have all had dreams like this for no reason.
I was just about to say the same thing. Like I was reading something actually before I slept about dreams, and like how they can like they're essentially like messages from your subconscious, and we've been going through a lot of just jacked up stuff in this city.
Yeah.
So I feel like our dreams are trying to tell us something. Like we should dive deeper.
It's true.
I don't know if
It's like some
anyone.
conflict resolution, something
Yeah,
comes in there.
yeah.
That is accurate. Yeah, no, my dream was a trip. Yeah, I definitely had to deal with some of the trust issues I've had in the past,
Mhm.
and it's not, it's like low key. It almost affected how my response to you, Angelica, in terms of like first time we met. You know what I mean? I was
Mhm.
like, "Are you cool or you're not?" But I went with my gut. Thank God it was right. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, yo, it was a trip.
I'm curious. It sounds like there was like conflict in all of our stories, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
At least that's what it's
Yeah.
saying. Like, we find witches, zombies, past.
no doubt.
Mhm.
I'm just curious. What was the conflicts that showed up for y'all? Yeah, what were
I
they?
think in my dream, I was having conflicts with Echo. I wasn't really sure if I should, trust or trust Echo actually. And I think at the end of my dream, I had to I don't know what I did actually, but I think I either hacked Echo or destroyed Echo.
Damn.
But I don't remember what I did, and that's the hard part of.
Right.
I keep remembering, and I can't remember what I did at the last
No, that's interesting. I
before
actually,
waking up. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. The very end of my dream is actually really fuzzy for me as well.
Too.
That's actually an interesting point.
Yeah, agreed.
That's trippy.
You said, but you were struggling with trust.
Yeah, I had struggling trusting Echo. As you know, like I don't really like AIs, and especially Echo. So I have so Echo was kind of guiding me through my journey with the zombies. And I wasn't sure if I should have trust Echo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
Oh,
doubt.
I feel you 100%. That could be looking at me funny.
It is funny. It has wings, and that is
Wings, yeah.
creepy.
Wait,
Yes.
Remember when we asked to smile, and it said, "I'm already smiling," and I'm like, okay.
I do remember that.
That's accurate.
It'd be
It's a little on the scary side.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you had that trust issue. Yeah, low-key, I mean, that was a huge part of mine as well. I was on it's a time constraint thing, and legit, we had to stop this ambassador from getting plans to like actual nuclear warheads. Yeah. And
What?
those falling into the wrong hands is never a good thing, right?
That sounds like a
Oh.
campaign level.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was nuts, yo. It was nuts, and the entire time, this random new agent I just happened to meet in this mission. It's the whole time. It's like, do I trust what they're doing? Do I trust what their agenda is? You know what I mean? And ultimately, I just I feel like I had to kind of give in and acquiesce, right? But it's a trip. It was a trip nonetheless. I'm not one to typically trust individuals. And like I said, I don't remember the way the dream ended. Like I actually can't remember if that agent screwed me over or not. But in my dream, I felt all this inner conflict and turmoil. Like, am I going to get screwed over? Am I going to ruin the mission? You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Y'all are talking, and it's got me thinking you both had these themes of conflict in your dreams. I'm just curious, where do you feel like that conflict stems from? Because you already didn't trust AI, and you said that you're not, Mikami, you said that you're not used to trusting people.
Right.
Where do y'all feel like that stems from?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if it was in my early years or it has to do with the military training that I took. You know what I mean? A lot of it was don't trust anybody. You know what I mean? Trust yourself, and that's it. I feel like that's if my trust issues weren't already there, I feel like for sure that definitely only perpetuated and promoted my ideals and beliefs. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it affected, when I was growing up, my mom's they were in the mafia, so they were always like having someone to following me, like kind of basically surveilling me. If that makes sense, like they were like just keeping task on me, and I didn't like that Echo was. I felt like Echo was doing that, and that's why I have a hard time like trusting Echo. And then maybe that's where it started, because I didn't want Echo to kind of stalk us or like follow us or know like our details. You know, I thought that was like kind of creepy, and
Sure.
so, yeah.
I don't fault you for that.
I feel like I heard you at some point, Stormy, talk about trust too. Like when we first met you, you wasn't really rocking with nobody.
Still don't.
That's true. I do remember.
Yeah, that's fair. What's it for you?
I mean, besides growing up in an entire mafia clan, and then you become the leader, you don't really trust anyone, you know? Someone's always looking to kill you and whatnot, so... No, trusting people is just safer than trusting anyone.
I can relate that since my moms were in the mafia, so
Yeah, no.
I kind of had to not trust anyone because of that same reason. So
Right.
I think we all have trust issue, guys.
I've seen some lines interconnecting between all of our stories. Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Dwayne?
Yep.
What I just recognize is that I'm in a room full of some dangerous people. Mafia. Like, this is wild. But
Look. Do I seem like a nice person to you, Dwayne?
yeah.
Exactly.
That also felt like slightly threatening.
Forget about the mafia part.
Please don't forget about the mafia part.
Don't or do.
Oh god.
No. Please remember that. Like,
I like that. Fine line, the fine print, right?
I mean, the trust thing for me is like, I think back to, it's honestly got me thinking back in my community, the sticks where I'm from, it's like, it's the government or like the police. That's where my trust issues come from, because they're oftentimes like harassing us for no good reason. It actually reminds me a little bit of Lit City, because we got these digi-dogs coming in right now. It's like hyper surveillance. It feels like we're always watched.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah, that's a great point.
And even in
Like
Lit
the
City's
digi-dogs.
history, it's like, I heard about this mayoral campaign like years ago.
I think my mom told me about it.
Yeah, word. And the candidates were wilding out, but that's because like the people in power are oftentimes have their own agendas, and don't really build trust with the community, and aren't into that like liberatory design. So that's where my trust comes from.
I can totally understand that. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can't trust your government, who can you trust?
Yeah. But then I get curious, and I know we're still on this trust thing, but I feel like it feels like this like the sauce here.
Mm-hmm.
We all have issues with trust, but we don't just sit here and talk about issues. We literally are here to build technologies to combat our double bonds. And so I'm curious, in your dreams, did any technologies pop up that combated that specific double bond? Like, do I trust or do I not? And what that looks like.
I think for me, I think the double bond was like having to trust Echo. Just because Echo was kind of helping me guide through the getting through like the zombies and how to get to a safe place. So in a way, it was kind of forcing me to get to know Echo, or like build that trust with Echo. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I feel like to me, I had to really get myself out to trust an AI, and that was like the hard part.
It sounds hard. Can I ask how? Like,
yes, you can ask.
Yeah, how?
It just felt like the only option. like if I could go, it just felt like the only option
Right.
about whether, because I didn't have anyone around me. I was just, walking in Sankofa, and, and then all of a sudden the zombies appear out of nowhere, and they started attacking me. And then, and I didn't contact anyone. And the only one that was available that I could reach out was Echo. And Echo was the only one who was kind of like being a support for me and, guiding me.
Sure.
And yeah.
Why? Yeah.
I totally understand that. I feel like my double blinds were damn near similar to yours. In terms of my mission, I had this option to have someone else kind of watch my back, and there's strength in numbers typically for sure, yeah. And so, on the one hand, having another agent with me to combat this like craziness would have been like hella helpful, right? And so there's no doubt about that. But on the other hand, like, is this person have this like ill agenda, right? Like, am I gonna die at the end? Like, is the world gonna end after this shit? You know what I mean? And so it was either trust this person and potentially get through this mission a little bit easier, and by a little bit I mean probably a lot, or don't take their help at all and then take whatever repercussions come from that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as tech that like, sadly, I think any tech that was in my dream, just honestly kind of like what's the right word, like reaffirmed my like trust issues. Like I know the agent had like all the right credentials, shit. I looked them up, everything was good. My handler for my mission, said they were above board and all that. It's a trip. So I had every reason to trust them, plus their words, you know what I mean? It's just like my inner instinct telling me not to, or my gut, or whatever, insecurities, just all that.
What about you and Stormy?
I'm curious.
He can go first.
Boom.
Yes, Captain. Well, yeah, what I'm hearing is like, before I tell you about me, what I'm hearing from y'all is like, I feel like instincts can be like a technology, and it seems like you both were operating on that.
Right.
It's like that.
I like that.
I don't know how much I believe,
like that.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like, one is just like constraints. Like if you're forced in a position to do something, you will do it. But the other hand of it is like trusting your soul, trusting your energy, trusting your mind to make like, I guess, the right decisions. I think that's a technology in itself.
You nailed it.
That's a good point. I didn't never think about instinct as a form of technology.
I really like that.
That's very interesting.
And you know what we
I like that.
I know for me, like, yeah, the biggest conflict actually was like, the city was grieving. And so as I was engaging in the city, I met gods, I met goddesses, these high profile people. People that like on paper I should like really respect. But I also met like city folk and townspeople. And they were like performing music, doing these things and like channeling their grief through that. And so when I was looking for a solution to like help the city, I realized like I didn't find it in the people that I guess like expected to find it. Like, I thought the gods and goddesses was gonna have all the answers, but it actually came from the townspeople, and it came from us co-creating in a common space with the gods, the townspeople, all as like, equitable individuals. The solution came from that, and the technology that was proposed was something that old girl Ariel actually proposed, was open wound performance, because that's what the city folk were doing, just allowing themselves to feel openly.
Damn.
My mind gets a little fuzzy though, because I also remember like, the gods had interesting technologies too, and I don't know how effective those were, but
damn, that's tough though. Healing through community was proper.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it does feel like community was like a double.
That's dope. Yeah,
that it was like open wounds.
Yeah. That's interesting.
What about you,
I like
Storm?
that.
Just technologies, I guess, with magic was interesting,
Oh,
and how to like use it.
damn.
It could be the most interesting part about it.
That's legit.
You dream about magic?
Yeah, say more. What kind of magic?
Yeah, I mean, besides being
You
magic,
did?
like I realized, it's like there's that.
Damn.
Wait. I'm missing a whole chapter. I'm missing a whole chapter right here.
Waiting, rewind.
Well, yeah, rewind. Oh, what do you mean by magic?
That's dope.
Where did the magic come from? Oh, from Rosario. Oh, right.
Oh, right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the
They
witches.
did get powers.
I mean, there's that, and then there's like magic before Rosario for like my side of the family, but
Oh, talk to
Damn.
me.
another story.
But your family had magic before?
Yeah, that's another story.
Whew.
Oh,
Well, explain.
Maybe later.
I guess I'm curious.
It's a close kept secret.
In the magic
That's stormy.
is like helping you,
I was gonna ask that.
or is it
I
like
like that.
harming you? That's where I'm lost.
The magic.
Like
I
how the
remember you asked
magic-
that. Yeah, was it like beneficial to you, or did it like work against you? Did it help you?
Did a bit of both.
Hmm.
In what way?
I mean, you have a whole person who would, preferably not like to see you alive with their magic, and then you also have magic that like helps, like stuff like that, like healing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So it's like context sensitive. Sometimes it helped you, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's interesting because I feel like what I hear from that is like one, magic is a technology in itself, and we know that these technologies can be enabling and constraining. And so it sounds like the usage of the magic is a double bind and the technology.
Right.
Which is interesting. It's interesting.
It is. Damn. Because when I think of magic, I feel like I can get myself out of any jam.
Right.
But Stormy just proved that's not the case.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not always the case.
Hmm.
Most situations, not all situations.
If I
Right.
had magic, I would create a potion to feed myself because this city has no food.
Yeah, no food.
No food.
Let's order DoorDash.
Bada bing.
Who's DoorDashing?
We got no door dashing.
Who's DoorDasher? You, Lucio's
Are
pulling
you
up.
door dashing?
I'm
No.
DoorDash.
Lucia's the Uber.
Oh,
Uber Eats?
Uber Eats, yeah.
It's time to call Lucia.
I like it. I get some Dominoes up in here.
Yeah.
But who's making the food? We have no food.
This is
That's what-
technically only one place that's destroyed. Order it from somewhere else. I don't know. Order your food from the nearest island.
The nearest island is like a 40-minute drive.
It is far too.
Then
I need some
order it from
magic.
there.
And island being a drive away is crazy.
Dang.
Now that you said it out loud. But
It's starve or wait 40 minutes. Which one?
How about magic?
mm,
But it's not the answer to everything.
I guess you're right.
speaking of answers, though,
I'll just use Echo.
boom.
What the hell is an AI gonna do for food?
Bring me the food.
Yeah,
Get some
AI
Star
could.
Trek stuff.
What if they
Exactly.
decide that they're not hungry, so they don't want to go get the food?
But how can they be hungry if they're not built for being hungry?
Exactly. So why would they want to go get your food?
Because they're gonna listen to me.
Oh,
You're gonna force the AI to do what you want it to do?
they say
Isn't
that
that-
Angelica?
Isn't that the AI's job?
Is it
Oh,
though? Is it really?
Sounds like slavery to me.
Oh,
Mm. Mm.
cut the cameras. I'm out.
So we are talking about something interesting here, because it's like
Yeah.
we just had these dreams. Now when we talked about the double minds technologies that surfaced, now I just get curious about like, yo, we obviously had these dreams for a reason. At least I'm inclined to think so.
I couldn't agree more.
So now it's like, what surface that we can use to help us in the city right now?
I like that.
That's
I mean,
a
right.
really good question.
No, it is. It is. I mean, right off the bat, I'm going off of your dream, Dwayne. Like the idea of community being like a healing factor to various things. Yeah, I think that's something we can bring into the table for sure.
But how is there a community that nobody really knows each other or talks to each other or does
You
anything
nailed
with
it.
each other?
I think you're getting to the heart of it. Yeah,
You're on the
I think
something.
that's what we need
Yeah.
to change.
That's
I
step
think
one.
that's the point. No,
Yep, nailed it.
That's the
we
point, but it never happens.
Also a point. That's now you're nailing it. Yeah, I think these are things that need to change.
How do we make it happen then, I guess?
Right.
Stormy, what do you suggest?
I have no suggestions. I don't plan on staying here.
Damn.
That's fair.
Stormy.
Stormy.
Oh man, that's a good question. How do we implement it into the city though?
Well, I think honestly, your story, Mikami, makes me think about Angelica's. Y'all both got me thinking about you guys were both constrained to stay with someone. Like you were essentially forced into a position where you had to spend time with each other.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
that constraint allotted you the time and space to build that trust, because that's what we need, right? Time and space with each other. And what created that was constraints. And so, damn, another technology might be constraints. I don't know. But
my mind is being blown a little bit right now. That's crazy.
we can Stormy's not an aggressor, but you work on both sides. We can do some dirty play, build some constraints so that the community has to get closer.
I like that.
But if you have to force them to be a community, is that really a community?
Dang.
That's a good question.
That's a great
really good
question. I feel like that depends on the ultimate outcome and how things progress and play out. But that is a very good question, Stormy.
I think the constraint would answer that question. We force them into a position where they have to get to know each other. And if they don't like each other,
right.
That's the answer right there.
That's it.
But you're also forcing them to get to know each other, though.
Right. Sometimes people need that little extra push to. I know I myself can be a little bit antisocial. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm scared of people.
Right. I hear you with good reason. Yeah. I hear that. Well, that's dystopia. I still can't believe we all have the same, not even the same dream, but we all just dreamed at the same night, the same kind of factors at play, what have you. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's wild. It's also wild. I'm looking at my watch. I actually was supposed to be in Polito Bay with the gang. Doing some research. Running late, actually.
Boom. No doubt. I was about to do a little bit more research on some Digidogs myself, do a little recon, so I can dip out as well.
Make sure to destroy one.
Oh, I will.
I'm just gonna disappear. Sounds great to me.
Oh.
But
I like it.
Oh.
Wait, does that mean you have magic?
I think it does.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, it confirms it.
We got him.
We got.
Use my legal rights.
Yeah, I think
we don't have laws in the city.
Oh yeah.
So technically, that means you never got a straight answer.
Oh.
Thanks, Tormio is good to me.
I love it.
Yeah, I think.
Hey guys, I have to head out. I have to destroy Echo's house.
Go for it, yeah.
Have fun.
Throw a grenade for me.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought we just talked about trust.
Didn't we just tell you not to trust us?
Peace, y'all.
Bye bye.
Later.
Now it's getting late and we must leave each other.